Welcome to TechTurntable everybody. In this video, I will be explaining to you how you can build a website, where to purchase a domain, how to get a hosting, and we will also be discussing some paid and free options that you can choose from to build a website. So let's dive right into it. People make it a lot complicated when it comes to building a website, but basically you just need two things. You need a platform for hosting. The hosting is where you put your website, where your website is actually stored, your website's data is actually stored, and the other thing that you need is a domain, and domain is the name of the website. Like our website is TechTurntable.com, so you need two things, right? So first of all, let's talk about some free options, and one of the free options that I will recommend is making website using GitHub repositories. Now this method might sound a little bit complicated, but it is really not that complicated. You can watch a bunch of videos that explain how you can make website using GitHub repositories. I will not be going over the whole detail of making websites using GitHub repositories, as this requires a whole video in itself. I have put a video link in the description that will explain to you how you can make websites using GitHub repositories, so you can check that out. Another free option is building a website using Google Sites. Setting up a website this way is pretty easy as well. You just have to search Google Sites and make an account, and from there you can build a website. Alternatively, you can go to substack.com and sign up there and use Substack account as a website, but Substack is more like a newsletter kind of thing. So free options are all really good, but I would highly recommend that you go for the paid options if you can really afford, because there are a bunch of problems with free options. First of all, you don't really own the domain, and you don't have control over the hosting as well. So this doesn't really look professional, you know. Now let's talk about how you can buy a domain. Now there are many companies that offer you the service of buying a domain, but the one that I would suggest is namecheap.com or googledomains.com, and a domain will only cost you about $10 to $12 for a whole year, so it's not that expensive. Before going ahead with your domain purchasing decision, you can also check the availability of a domain through domainr.com. Now there are a lot of hosting companies, and this is where people get a bit confused as to which hosting service, which hosting company they should go for. And the hosting that I would personally recommend is Hostinger. I am personally using it. My website is hosted on Hostinger. Very affordable, and they provide fast hosting service. And so I would highly recommend that you go for Hostinger. There are other also like SiteGround or A2 Hosting or GreenGeeks. After purchasing the domain and the hosting, you now have to connect your domain with your host, and there are a bunch of videos that you can watch that explain this process. It's not that difficult. You can literally search, how do I connect my domain to my host? So this is the basic process of building a website. After this, you also have to install a website builder. I am personally using WordPress, and if you go for Hostinger, you can install WordPress on your site with a bunch of clicks. Hostinger gives you that facility, and if you buy the hosting from my link in the description, you will be supporting this this channel and my website also. So thank you for that in advance. So this is it for the video. Thanks for watching. Catch you next time. Peace.